Yo. Yo. What is good, y'all? SLX is here with the live stream. 0 viewers. We don't want any viewers. We don't want any chewers. We just want doers. Think about it. We don't want no viewers. We don't want no chewers. We just want doers. We don't want no viewers. We don't want no chewers. We just want doers. People do the chores. People to run on all fours. Gonna chomp, like scream like a dinosaur. It's gonna carnivores. Okay, what is today's live stream even about? Because SLX, you need to understand that no one watches your videos. You have no publicity. You're practically doing nothing. And yet we're going to sit here for the next hour or so just saying dumb shit to no one. The modern age that we live in is so fucked up. Because I went to school, I went to work, I developed all my skills for what? To just go on Streamlabs and just become a streamer? I went to school for what? 4.5 years? I'm a classical trained musician for all my life. What else is there? I do calisthenics. And it doesn't matter because I just end up live streaming. Like, you have to understand that if you think about it 50 years ago, when men would get into their 20s and 30s, they would end up at an office job. They might have started their own restaurant. They might have started their own business. They might have, gotten like a law firm job. 50 years ago, men in their 20s and 30s would have a career, and it would be based off of labor, off of nutrition, off of farming, housing, those tangible things. And those are still the most in-demand careers. If you do clothing, if you do food, and if you do housing, you're going to have a business that's going to be successful no matter what, okay? My fucking neck. What the fuck? Here's the thing, right? Despite all of that, we're living in a modern age now where the job description that you have is an umbrella. So here's the thing, like, you call yourself one name, but in reality you have like multiple umbrella careers. Let me explain. So earlier when I was saying how... What the fuck was my train of thought at? When you're going to do your career, for men in their 20s and 30s, the application to housing, food, and clothes is still the most in-demand market, obviously, okay? The thing is, though, we're living in a new era and a new age now where it's actually your career and whatnot. You don't start making money and figuring it out until like later. It's weird. What do I mean by that? So if any of you know who Dantes or Donnell is, it's like, oh my God, his career would not exist if he didn't put in 10 years of League of Legends. Like, here's the thing. This is why you can't listen to your parents, okay? Because your parents have no idea who you are as an individual. This is why you cannot listen to your parents. Because if Dante stopped playing League of Legends after 10 years and then he tried to do a streaming and content and whatnot, it wouldn't work. Okay? What about Nicewig? All Nicewig does is he live streams his reactions to other live streams of Apex Legends. Let me say that again. That is the weirdest job description ever. This is Nice Wig's job. His job is recording his reactions on live streaming while watching the live streamings of other Apex Legends players. And mind you, what even is an Apex Legends pro, a Fortnite pro, a Warzone pro, a Overwatch pro, CSGO pro, Call of Duty pro? Why are video games and streaming a tangible career now? If you look at beatboxing, beatboxers can earn thousands of dollars from winning competitions nowadays. This is why I say you cannot listen to your parents, because they will tell you to give up on your dreams. It does not make any sense. The family members that should be rooting for you are the exact family members who are waiting for your demise. And it's, what the heck? The reason why I want to talk about this is because life is entirely different from men and women. And I'm about to lay out 4 different scenarios. Maybe 3. Well, 6, 7. Hang on. For a man, you either succeed really early on and then you just live off the limelight of your early childhood, or you are on a continued rise the rest of your life. That's it. If you're a guy, you either succeed once when you're younger and then never succeed ever again, or your entire life is a continual rise. For a woman, it's a little bit different. For a woman, they will succeed young, but they will stay successful. On the contrary, also, women can succeed very young, but then in their later career lives, then fail. It doesn't make any sense. It's very, very weird. Very, very weird. Men and women are entirely different. But the reason why I want to explain to you why you should not listen to your parents when you're trying to pursue your career is because your mom and dad do not know what that career looks like 10 years from now. Right now, I'm trying to be the #1 rapper in the whole world. But my mom and dad don't see it happening. Because if I was a #1 rapper, I should be performing every night. I should have tens of millions of copies. I should have people all over the world knowing me, right? Here's the thing though, is if I already am going to embody the #1 rapper, if I already am going to become the #1 rapper, if I already am working towards becoming the #1 rapper, right? Then all it is just being myself. Think about it like this. If I tell myself I am the #1 rapper, no one else is telling themselves that. Think about that. In order to become the #1 rapper, I have to delusionalize, perceive it first before other people recognize it. Because how could I ever become the #1 rapper if I'm not? You see what I'm saying? So in order to be the #1 rapper, but because I already am the #1 rapper, all I have to do is be myself. Now this is the fucking struggle. Where's my goddamn money in cash? Where are my $100,000 100 bills, bro? My 100,100 bills. Where are my $100,100 bills? Think about how much money that is. That is $10 million. Where is it? It's on Earth in existence. I just haven't created the vehicle to extract that wealth from Earth yet. It's only a matter of time, though. This is the power that rap has. Because it doesn't matter if no one knows me. It doesn't matter if my music or whatever. All that matters is I get better at putting bars together. The ether doesn't matter. The vibrations don't matter. For some reason in this cosmos and in this existence that we live in, just by me increasing my ability to articulate my thought in poetry in a rhythmic sense, is direct correlation to how much money I make in this world. Now, here's the thing. Where's the physicality of the fruition of the dreams that I want? Right now, all I have to focus on is my ideas. My ideas are literally so insane that I have to literally use all of my calories to focus on my ideas. Then, not only because of who I am as a person, right? Not only am I able to actually focus on my ideas, but the speed at which I can make my idea into a tangible physical product is fucking insane. Because of technology, the bypass is ridiculous, bro. It's not about the views. It's about figuring out how I can increase my repetitions of live streaming. It's not about how many listens or how many songs or whatever. It's about the repetition of becoming better at making music. Because even though I'm already really good at making music, the next song gets better. And even though that song is really good, now I can listen to the really good song to then make the next song even better. But because I use that song and it's already good to listen to get even better, then the next song I listen to is to be even better. But because it's already good and better from the previous one, now it's even better. So you're leveling up in a hyperbolic time chamber scale. And I have been doing this methodology for the past 2 years. 3 years, 2022, so 4 years. When I posted my podcast, when I posted my songs, when I posted my YouTube videos, it was never for the intentionality to gain traction, to gain views, to gain whatever. It was for me to go back and watch my own videos, contrarian knowledge myself, and then become better at what I'm doing. Then on top of that, because in my videos, I am in real time talking about my plans and manifesting, what ends up happening is I can go back and listen and see my vibrational self in that moment and then make progress. In the history of existence, there has never been this type of re-watching your progress. The most successful people in the world will track their progress hourly, will track their progress weekly. Some people never track their progress. But because I do these live streams, because I do my songs, because I'm a streamer, because I'm a beatboxer, because I'm a rapper, because I'm a dancer, because I'm a content creator, now because I'm a rapper, now I'm trying to become famous or bullshit or whatever fuckery or celebrity bullshit or whatever, megastar. Then what? Then that is when the work actually begins, okay? The work does not start before. The work starts when it starts. And it's like, well, what do you mean, bro? It's called incubation, okay? I am incubating right now. If you look at the rest of the world, there's idols traveling, there's performances happening all the time. There's you name it, you name it, you name it, you name it. It's already out there, except for me. Everyone and their moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and relatives and cousins and alligators and dogs and cats and whatever you name it, parrots and chickens and cows and goats and lambs and spiders and whatever you name it, okay? Y'all have to understand that in 50 years from now, everything's gonna know me. My name, my brand will literally be everywhere. It's a totalitarian. Genghis Khan ruled over China. I'm trying to rule over Earth. I'm going to become the totalitarian of Earth. There's no president of America anymore. There's president of Earth. And that's SLX. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about literally having my brand and logo be everywhere. Literally everywhere. Every single steel wood, every single wooden plank in your house, every single airplane you ever go on, every single oxygen tank that is ever used in every hospital, anything that you ever eat or put in your mouth, pause, anything that you ever wear, any clothes, anything that you even breathe, any oxygen, even the oxygen will have my brand on it. It's called SLX Air, my airline brand. But at the same time, SLX Air, my oxygen brand, because it goes together. Because on the airplanes, you have oxygen tanks, and on the airplanes, you have oxygen mask. So who else is going to supply the oxygen mask and oxygen tanks for my own airplanes? Me. Okay, but who are the billionaires that are going to invest in my business? Me, because I'm going to Dino Coin, make my own crypto. I'm going to get a whole ass cruise ship, and the whole cruise ship is going to be a big crypto miner. I'm going to build a skyscraper in Korea, and the whole skyscraper will be a big crypto miner. What else is there? Skyscrapers, ships, a small island. I'm going to buy an island. Do you know who Ed Mylett is? The multi-billionaire or whatever? The dude bought an island just because he wanted to. Number one, how do you even find the island? Number two, who had the island before you? Number three, how do you contact a government official? Or is it because it's your island now you can make your own rules now? Does he have his own country? But where did he buy the island from? Or is he so rich that he made the island into its own asset? I have so many questions, right? So, SLX Air, my airline brand, and my oxygen brand. Then every house in the world is going to have my logo on it. Every food, every fucking blueberry, every fucking grain of rice you put in every sushi any strand of noodle, the fucking grated cheese, the literal micro fucking nano size of Parmesan cheese has my fucking logo on it, bro. If it's not SLX, you don't know what it is. Okay, this is Thanos, but in reverse. Instead of Thanos snap to dust, it's Thanos snap to make everything SLX. Why? Why though? It's because it's who I am as a person. Leadership and everything starts with one person. The reason why Amazon is successful is because Jeff Bezos was a cool guy. The reason why Tesla was successful is because Elon Musk was a cool guy. The reason why Apple was successful is because Steve Jobs was a cool guy. The reason why the NBA was successful is because Michael Jordan was a cool guy. The reason why MasterChef is cool is because Gordon Ramsay is a cool guy. The reason why anything in the higher-ups, KFC, was cool was because the original Colonel Sanders was a cool guy. Everything, Gary Vee, VaynerMedia, whatever, is because Gary Vee seems like a pretty cool person. Everything happens from the leader. And then the energy passes through, even down to the 25,000th employee. Even from the first employee, which is me, the CEO, all the way down to the 25,000th. 25,000, 25,000th to the 50th, to the 50,000th, 50,000th employee under me. You are all under the same ideology of what SLX is, and that is purity of the heart and soul. Our hearts are made of white crystal light and purity. My heart is literally made of white crystals. I might as well have, my heart is not made of red flesh and blood. I literally have a white heart that's made of crystals. That's how pure of a person I am. I have no ill intent. I have no judgment towards others. I have only respect. I have only admiration. I have only glazing, bro. The gluck, 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 gluck. I glaze everybody. I think everyone's cooler than me, okay? That is who I am as the foundation of energy, okay? Minus the gluck, gluck, okay? Take this out. I paused that. Remove that. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. Then, all of my 50,000 employees, my 50 fucking business ventures, my 500 business ventures, my fucking 5,000 however many business ventures, my fucking Forex, however many country currencies and bank accounts and money I'm making and airplanes and traveling and people know my name. Think about how many bank accounts I'm about to have. SLX. If you are going to be a multi-international mogul, you at least need to have like a Swiss franc account, at least have a Korean account, I have an American account, I'll at least need a Chinese account, and like at least, I don't know, something in Australia or in the UK. Just, maybe I'll need even like multiple bank accounts, bro. Or I can figure out a way to like Apple Pay or crypto or international business. Dude, just think about this, SLX. The day when you're 39, 41, 45, and your airline brand is finally beginning, do you know how much money you're going to be making? SLX, when you're in your 40s and 50s and you finally have millions of dollars, finally, 40 fucking years of my life to finally make $1 million, motherfucking bitch. I'm 23 right now. There are 23-year-old millionaires. I should be one of them. Okay? But fuck the universe. By the time I'm 40 fucking years old and finally have $1 million or whatever, and I can finally start my airline brand or whatever, do you know how much money in circulation is going to be because of me? The stocks, the investment portfolios, the feds, the billionaire investors, you name it, the higher ups, the elites or whatever. Everyone is gonna want my dick, bro. If I have airline brands all over the world and I am literally the time machine teleporting people across the world, making billions of dollars every single year, bro, then what else is there for me to do? Oh yeah, the crypto brand, all right, my Dino coin, okay? After that, what about my cruise ships, okay? Then what next? My islands, multiple islands. Then what next? SLX? See, are my ideas, are my dreams not big enough? But then what's the most important thing? Make the music, make the songs, blah, blah, blah. And I do. And that's the thing is all of my songs are a cappella and I'm not going to change it. I am never going to change it. Why would I? Doing a 2.5-hour show just with my voice? Fuck it, bro. That's what a comedy special is, except I'm a rapper. Now here's the thing. I can produce beats. I know how to produce beats, but I just choose not to. I know how to layer beats. I can make beats. I just choose not to. Okay? And I guess a little bit of what's the right word? Geontology. Something a little bit geontological is this. I don't want to promote Satan's vibrations. Because everything artificial intelligence, the less human, that is Satan. Okay? I don't want to use music production software apps that have artificial computerized vibrations because it goes against the design of humans. If you think about the original music, it was just our voice. Or singing. There were no electrical sounds, okay? That's Satan. Just putting that out there. Anything that's not by design is Satan, bro. Humans are not meant to listen to electronic music. We're meant to listen to voices, to the trees, to the nature, not electrical stuff. This is why you have low fertility rates because of the technology. The reason why there aren't that many babies being born in a lot of different countries like Korea, is because if you look at the Korean culture, everything is very technologically based. Okay? And then the whole like sex culture in Korea, it's fucked up because of the K-pop idol industry. Because the K-pop idols are seen to give themselves to a lot of people, but then reserve themselves for no one. So then they end up with no partner in their life. Also, it's low fertility because, number one, the amount of technology in Korea just destroys all the men's testosterone. The amount of EMF and like 5G data and Wi-Fi in Korea is just frying all the girls' wombs and fallopian tubes. Like the eggs if you look at the sperm quality and the egg quality in Korea, it's drastically different to any other country. It's because of the technology. I bet you if you go to China, the sperm and the egg level would be similar to Korea because there's just so much technology in the heavy cities, okay? So, the reason why, on top of that, the sex culture is very weird is because of what I was saying earlier. Technology goes against human design. And yet it's weird that I'm using technology to try to make money. So that's why I try to make it as raw and as unfiltered as possible. Because like the Asian Messiah or whatever, like I literally have the same birthday as Jesus. So like I am literally the second coming. I am the Messiah. I have the same birthday as Jesus. So I'm trying to be as Jesus as can be. But in the 21st modern day century. You know what I'm saying? I literally have the same birthday as Jesus. Okay? And I'm a Capricorn. So, but guess what? It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay? So on to the next topic. On to the next talking point. Okay? What is the next talking point? What is the next talking point? There is no next talking point, bro. Because I just did the live stream. You understand what I'm saying? Why don't I talk about this? Let's talk about some wholesome lightheartedness. Oh, wait, you can't. Because if I talk about anything wholesome, the algorithm's going to push my content away. I have to talk about dark stuff. We'll go to 40 minutes. And then we'll call it a live stream. Or let's just do a half hour. What else is there to talk about? Let's just go to a half hour. This is my live stream. This is my channel. I can do whatever I want. I feel like I want to talk about something else. I was talking about how much money I'm going to make. Talking about the plan. I have 4 albums. I'm working on 4 albums. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know what other artists exist, okay? But who and their mom works on multiple albums at once? I have 4 albums I'm working on. And that's Alex. You can talk about them because no one watches your videos. One album I'm talking about is Pussy. The album's literally called Pussy. I think there's 12 tracks on there. And it's all about coos, bro. This album called Pussy, the whole album is about vagina. Okay? Next album's called The Gun Victoria. This album's about my daughter. Gun Victoria. Okay? Then the other album I'm working on is called The Mysterio and Virtuoso. So we can go on a tangent about this. Mysterio and Virtuoso means exactly what it sounds like. By allowing questions to be unanswered, by allowing the unknowledge of things to not be known, is the way that is aura. Okay? My partner, my girl, she will never ever know everything about me. And that sucks, But that's the way, even as much and I say that in a way like this, her and I have to spend the rest of our lives having to learn about each other. That's what Mysterio and Virtuoso means, is spending your entire life trying to learn more about each other. It's also a love quote, you know? Mysterio and Virtuoso, spending your whole lifetime learning about each other. Okay? And then the thing is, even after 20 years of my partner and I being together, she still would be learning things about me. I would still be learning things about her. That's what Mysterio and Virtuoso is, okay? Finally, the fourth album, which I am excited about. I'm excited about all my albums, but I am very excited about this album. This album is called Death Would Be Too Sweet. I'm gonna say that again, slower. The next album that I am working on right now is called Death Would Be Too Sweet. Okay, and here are some of the tracks. One track I'm gonna make is called Pulse. And that's how the song starts. The song Pulse literally starts like this. That's the intro. Okay, the other song is Scared to Not Live. Scared of not living. What does that mean? My rapper friend, he told me this quote. He said, some people are dying to live. Some people are willing to die. So my friend, he's also a rapper. He made this quote up. The quote is that there's only two type of people in this world. The people willing to die and the people dying to live. Right? People dying to live, people willing to die. So this next song, right? Scared of not living, right? Scared of not living. The lyrics are, I was never afraid of dying, I was afraid of not living. Those are the lyrics. Okay? The lyrics of the song Scared of Not Living are, I was never afraid of dying, I was always scared of not living. Okay? Then the next track is, the title track is the same track as the album, which is Death Would Be Too Sweet. Now this one, Death Would Be Too Sweet, I'm doing hardcore beatbox into hip-hop style. Then for Pulse, I gotta work on that. Then for Scared of Not Living, I was gonna do drum and bass. But the thing about Scared of Not Living is, with Scared of Not Living, how do I explain this? The writer's block that I'm having around Scared of Not Living is I don't have a melody. Like, my other two songs have my Death Would Be Too Sweet song has somewhat of a melody. Like it goes like at least when I go into the hip hop groove, there's somewhat of a melody. But my drum and bass, there's no melody. So what I'm thinking is that what I can do is when I add in my vocal flavors, those will just be the melodies. Because it's just there's enough vocal flavors in beatboxing that it can carry the melody. Okay, but why melodies? The reason why you need melodies is so that way the song stays in your mind. Like one of my songs that comes to my head is Honey, Honey. One of the songs I made. And that's like the harmony in the background. Money, money, honey. What about my other songs that have like melodies? I I have melodies like that where I'm just going and I think the reason why my music is very, what's the right word? It's like a fucking python, bro. Is because my lyrics is like so unique. And I think about it, when I go and listen to all of my songs, right? I have songs where I'm singing, right? Oh, when I dealt with the girl in the red dress, the girl in the red dress, the girl in the red dress, the girl in the red dress. Like, my other songs that I'm singing and whatnot, I don't know why, but like, when I listen to my songs, how I say this, bro, you just have to just sit there and exist and just absorb it. Like my cousin, when he listened to my song, he just sat there and shut his eyes for like the whole time. He's the coolest cousin ever. And this song, I was going crazy. I was talking about biohacking. I was talking about manifesting my dreams. And then my cousin, he was just listening to it. And I was sitting there and I'm like, listen, the way that I rap, it's like you can hear every single word that I'm saying, but because I am rapping, your brain kind of just hears it as noise. But because it's rapping, that's kind of what you want. And then because I'm not having like crazy backtrack beats, you can hear every word. So for me, how I say this, it's a Goldilocks effect, bro. Because it's not too much, it's not too little, it's just right. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The reason why I don't really want to put backtracks on my songs is because I want you to know every single word. But if I don't like make produced full-on tight beats that I can go to Coachella and Lollapalooza and perform at big stages at, how am I going to do it then? You see what I'm saying? If I know how to produce beats, why don't I produce beats that the whole fucking world can just go bangers off to? You see what I'm saying? Right? And then by the time I'm 28, 29, 30, 31, and I'm getting into studios and meeting producers and whatnot, by that point, I'll already be in my 30s. Like, what was the point of my 20s then? You see what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, bro. It's not that I can't make beats. I just don't want to. But why, though? What is my ailment towards making beats so I can rap over it? Like, I think it's because acapella has a unique flavor to it. Think about it. If I'm going to rap words consecutively, right? And I'm going to go, hi, can I deny to the sky? And I want to rap fly to the sky, can I deny? What a cry, sly, fry, fly, deny, goodbye. Don't want to die. Say no, deny. It's close on bread, rye. The color what? Blue, red dye. Breathe in, breathe out, sigh. I'm a human, I'm a boy, I'm a guy. Let's all together, let's try. From Korea, Gangnam Style, he sigh. Okay? If I have a beat over it, yeah, I'm freestyling with the beat. Yeah, I'm freestyling every day of the week. Yeah, making y'all moving. Yeah, making y'all grooving on this track. And making y'all moving, yeah, head with the smack. That sounds better, bro, than with a in the background. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because like I'm literally the most good at acapella ever. That's literally my creme de la creme. But like when I listen to rap, right, and I go, this song's pretty good. But then I hear or I'm like, bro, it takes away from it. But then there was this one time I was listening. This guy started going a cappella, and I said, and for some reason, the a cappella bars are like 1,000,000 times better, bro. But that's the thing is, how can I do Coachella without beats? How can I do Lollapalooza without beats? And I'm not gonna get to those big stages or whatever by producing my own beats by myself. The only way I'm ever gonna get to those big stages is if I go to like a big downtown city production studio and I have a team of 5 producers and lyricists and whatever, and we're marketing and promoting, and I have a whole team, and then we have like a fucking album cover and a shoot and music video, like. But that isn't in a downtown team of 5 city. That's a fucking athlete level of a fucking, I gotta go to Dallas, Texas and buy a big ass warehouse to do this shit, bro. With cameras and shit. You see what I'm saying, dude? The closer and closer I feel like I get to my dreams, the more and more reality just hits. Like, bro, if you really want to become the #1 rapper, you need multiple warehouses with a bunch of equipment for filming and whatnot. If you want to be the #1 rapper, you need multiple producers on speed dial. If you want an airline brand, you need to have billionaire friends that also want to invest in your airline. If you want an oxygen brand, you got to go to China, buy the oxygen from China, and then sell it to other countries for more. Like, but then all I'm doing right now is just yelling at my phone and then going on Streamlabs and YouTube Live. 0 viewers. So, what the fuck, bro? Okay, I'm gonna end this video soon. We'll go to 45 minutes and call it. La 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 la. How do I get more views? How do I go viral? Just crash out. Ah, 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 ah. I want to get more views. I want to go viral. I want to make money. I want to become a millionaire. I want to just crash out. Ah! Just make noise. Loud, loud, loud. Scream at my camera. Because there's a mission. There's something that needs to be done, bro. There's so much pain in this world. Everyone is so confused. Everyone is just doing dumb shit. Just whatever, bro. I am the solution. I am the person that's going to make this world a better place. Make this world make sense. And all of your kids and all of your kids' kids are going to grow up to listening to my music. Think about that. Not only are your kids going to be listening to my music, but their kids will listen to my music, and then their kids' kids will listen to my music, and then their kids' kids' kids, and then their kids' kids. It's fucking generational type shit, bro. There's going to be a song that I make sometime in my 200 years of living. Some random fucking chance when I'm somehow in the next, just somehow randomly, bro. Randomly, by some fucking random chance in the next 200 years of my life or whatever, I'm gonna make a singular one song off of a whim, on a whim. I'm just gonna make a song just in the moment. I'm gonna feel it in my body. I'm just gonna make a song. Then I'm just gonna haphazardly post it with my distribution software. It's going to get online on Spotify, and then somehow it's going to get 5 million listens. Just somehow, bro. And then that's where it starts. That's where my voice in all of your ears. That's where my voice healing all your childish fears. That's where my voice begins, yeah, SLX careers. That's when my career begins. Why? Because of who I am as a person and the crystal white pure heart that I have. The more people that absorb that energy, it will spread, and then the more world will be pure-hearted. Because if I am safe, then the rest of the world becomes safe. All right, 45 minutes are up. This has been a live stream. SLX out.